Hi everyone, we've been getting a lot of queries about our joint venture scheme, and I thought that we can just make a video and answer the top questions being asked. So here we go.
What's the joint venture program being offered by Pioneer Agritech?
A joint venture project is basically a 5-acre net house project where our company Pioneer Agritech we invest 25% into your project and we become one-fourth partners. Basically, we take care of all agronomy and marketing related responsibilities and roles. So what happens is that even if you are a farmer who has been practicing traditional farming, or you own 5 to 10 acres of land and you don't know how to make good use of it, in that case you can reach out to us. We will take up the project for you and we will help you with marketing and the crop management, while you can sit back and relax and enjoy that the land is being used properly, and at the same time maximize the return on investment of your land.
Why is the minimum of 5 acre of land requirement there for this project?
So basically, the idea of having a 5-acre project for the joint venture scheme is that, see, economies of scale come into place, right? So if we go for a 1-acre farm and let's say the client does not want to go for a full-time agricultural career, in that case, what will happen is that they will have to hire a supervisor, and that supervisor will be managing their 1 or 2 or 3 acre farm, right? So now what happens is that we are incurring costs, and that same supervisor can manage a project of up to 5 acres. If we talk about the labor also, if I'm managing a 5-acre farm, that same labor of let's say 5 to 7 people can be rotated within the 5-acre net house project that I have. In contrast, if I have a 2-acre farm, I have 5 labor in my net house, then in that case there will be some kind of inefficiency and there will be some kind of lag that will be there. And if we talk about the marketing point of view also, then the quantity of produce that comes in from a 5-acre net house farm, it is significant enough that you can transport it to a tier 2 or a tier 1 city which is close by. And even when we consider the transportation that you incur, the quantity of the output is such that you can still make good profit out of it. So it is always feasible even for our farmers who don't want to go for a 5-acre joint venture project. I would suggest that you should go for at least 3 acres of net house farm, so that you can actually see the viability of the project and you can maximize your return on investment. Because with a 1 or 2 acre farm, it might happen that your costing is high and the revenue is limited to 1 or 2 acres only. However, in case of a 5-acre farm, the revenue is very high and at the same time your costs are minimal.
So, how will be the profit distributed between Pioneer Agritech in the joint venture scheme?
So basically, how that works is that we maintain the books of accounts for every crop that we grow, right? So at the end of the crop, we tell you that this is the total revenue that we earned out of the 5-acre net house project, and this is the list of expenses that we incurred during the crop season. And at the end, this is the total net profit. So let's say if the total net profit, for example, is rupees 100, in that case, we will tell you to transfer 25 rupees to Pioneer as per the joint venture agreement. All the revenue that is received, it is received by the client himself or herself. All the sale transactions take place in the client's bank account, and at the end of the crop, we request the client to transfer the 25% share to us.
So, what all geographical regions are covered in this model?
So basically, Pioneer is a leading agri-tech company in North India as of now, and we're looking to expand in South India and the rest of India as well. And so, as of today, we have this joint venture model operational all across from Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, Delhi NCR, UP, and Rajasthan. And like I said, we are hoping to expand to the rest of India and add value to our farmers all across.
So, what all is covered under management by Pioneer Agritech?
So we have made a separate video on this topic, and basically, if we look at it on a broader scale, we will be covering agronomy and marketing. But under agronomy and marketing, there are a lot of roles and responsibilities that we will be taking on as your partners in the joint venture model. Under agronomy, we have a full-time farm manager who will be there to kind of oversee your project, make sure everything is taking place in the right direction in terms of agronomy. And this person will also be responsible for the overall well-being of the project. Then we have a junior agronomist who keeps a note of each and everything that goes under the net house project. This includes the fertigation, this includes the spray, this includes how much harvest is coming out, this includes the revenue that is coming, being generated. And talking about revenue, the third bigger aspect that we take care of here is that we also look after marketing. I think this is one of the most important and the biggest challenges that farmers face today. That marketing the produce is something which is posing as a huge challenge for our farmers, and that is where companies like ours come in, and we help you get a good agricultural practice certification. So a gap certification is basically required to sell your produce to almost all the large corporates, both domestically and internationally. So we help you get that gap certification. We help you live up to those gap certification, because a gap certification is basically good agricultural practices. So with our standards of agronomy, we help you achieve those good agricultural practice certificate, and then we help you live up to it, and that helps you sell produce to giants like Burger King, Domino's, etc. And we all know that there's huge potential there. So of course we will help you sell to your local nearest mandi, and as well as the corporates out there.
So, what's the role of the landowner in this joint venture project?
So the landowner plays a minimal yet a very crucial role in the management of the net house project. Basically, the landowner's job is to make sure that there is availability of daily wage labor, because daily wage labor is sourced locally from wherever we are setting up the project, and that is something which the client will have to arrange for. Now, if the client is not available, because I understand that we are working with corporates and other people who cannot be available all the time, and hence they want to go for the joint venture project. In that case, they can just delegate a trustworthy person, which mostly people have near their land, who can help in sourcing this daily wage labor, which is not a very tough task in India. And secondly, another important point is that the landowner needs to provide a space, like a labor room sort of a thing, for our farm manager to stay, and for our agronomist to also visit. And thirdly, security from any kind of intentional damage is something that the client needs to take care of. So basically, these are three minimal responsibilities that a landowner has under the joint venture scheme. They are something which do not require direct involvement from you. So even if you are someone who does not live in the same city as where your land is, you can still go for it and just maybe delegate a family member or a trustworthy person near your land who can take care of all these three things very easily.